The Strait of Hormuz has long been one of the world's most important energy routes. But after months of disruption, Iran now says it has the upper hand. Iranian army spokesman Mohammad Akrimania says Washington has no choice but to accept Iranian terms for managing shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran insists that any reopening must respect an arrangement that gives Iran a central role in managing maritime traffic. But here's a bigger question. Does Donald Trump actually have a choice? U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has argued that Hormuz may never return to its old role, saying the region is now moving towards alternative energy routes, and the Gulf states are already moving in that direction. Saudi Arabia is considering expanding its east-west pipeline to move more crude from the Gulf to Yanbu on the Red Sea, while Kuwait is discussing using expanded pipeline networks through Saudi Arabia and the UAE. The UAE already has the Habshan-Fujairah pipeline, which moves crude to a port outside the strait. Iraq is also looking at routes towards the Red Sea and the Mediterranean, while Iran itself has built the Gore-Jusk pipeline to bypass Hormuz. But can these alternatives really make Hormuz irrelevant? That is where the numbers matter. Roughly 20 million barrels of oil a day, around a fifth of global oil consumption, has historically passed through the Strait of Hormuz. Existing alternative pipelines can absorb only a portion of that flow, and new pipelines will take years, not months, to build. The question may no longer be whether the Trump administration can force Hormuz open, but whether the U.S. and its Gulf partners can build enough alternative routes to make Iran's control of the Strait of Hormuz irrelevant. We were earlier joined by Peter Kuznick, professor of history and director of the Nuclear Studies Institute at American University. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
Donald Trump has choices, but they're all bad choices. He could either surrender and submit to Iran's terms, which basically are calling for unconditional surrender by the United States. It would be humiliating. His other choice, which we hope he doesn't take, would be to escalate. And he's got options there. And there are people around him who would like to see him use a tactical nuclear weapon, or else to really try to bomb Iran back to the Stone Age. So far, he hasn't done that. There is no support in the United States for that kind of aggressive action.